It's the Evening Show Live.
Tonight's special guest, Grammy-nominated country recording artist Kinsey Rose.
And now, our host, Michael Gorey.
Good evening. My very special guest tonight is not the Nealons. They were supposed to be with us, but they had an unfortunate death in their family due to COVID. But luckily for me and luckily for you, we have a very special guest joining us from her home there in Nashville, Tennessee, country music recording artist Kinsey Rose. Kinsey, thanks for being on the program.
Well, thanks for having me.
You know, one thing I love about the program is I had the opportunity to talk to people from various walks of life, various careers, but all who love Jesus, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But you know, we live in such a volatile world, and people pitted against people, and we can learn so much from each other if we just stop for a moment and have a conversation. And I think one of the biggest lies that people have bought into this year is that you have to agree with people 100% of the time, or else they're the enemy, right?
Well, that's for women. You have to agree with women. Oh.
Okay. Women 100%, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm just
anyway,
kidding.
But we need hope and we need laughter in 2020. And Kinsey, you bring a lot of hope to people's lives, and
thank you.
You're probably the funniest person that I know. And
wow.
So
you must not know many people.
Probably not.
Well, you are in Arkansas.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to just be quiet on that. But hey, so you're there in Nashville. You've been there. How many years have you been in Nashville?
I've been here at least 11 years.
Okay.
So I've been here a while, a good bit.
And
been long enough to call it home.
Good. And you're from Kentucky?
I'm from Kentucky, from Louisville, Kentucky. So it's about a 3-hour drive. If I want to go home and get some home cooking, I can do that. Well,
tell us how it came to be that you ended up leaving Kentucky and going to Nashville. What was? Tell us that story.
Well, being in Nashville is something I had been wanting to do for a long time. I've been playing music, writing songs since I was like 10 years old. I started doing Christian music and contemporary Christian and all sorts of worship stuff. And then I found some country albums and I'm like, ooh, I love this. So I kind of mixed it together and still do both of that. And people were like, you need to be in Nashville. So I always had that in my head. I need to be in Nashville. And I had made some trips, loved it. Loved all of the access to all the songwriters and to the places you could play and get plugged in. So started doing that. I went to college at Northern Kentucky University. So while I was in college, I was playing out, making trips to Nashville. And as soon as I got my degree, I packed my car and I moved to Nashville and did the whole couch, sleeping on people's couches and hotel rooms. And then I finally found my own place and have been really, really blessed to have a place of my own while I'm here, just to have some stability. It's been great.
Yeah. And speaking of stability, you have a roommate. Is he there?
I do. He he got tired of me and he went to the couch. Buddy.
Oh, okay.
I can get him if you want, but he's ignoring me right now.
I know the people. At some point, we need to show the
Max.
people.
Yeah, he knows that it's. I think he knows what's happening.
I see.
So he's rebelling.
Is he being a diva?
He's being a diva.
Folks, this is Kinsey's roommate, Max the dog. Hello, Max.
Hey, everybody.
And Max appears in a lot of videos and has an Instagram account, right?
He does. I am Happy Schnoodle.
I am Happy Schnoodle. Is where you can go to follow Max the dog.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Max. So people may know you, those from Bethel, Bentonville, where I pastor, and then those who are familiar with gospel music, you are a member of the recently Grammy-nominated High Road.
That's right. I have my I have my award somewhere. I could have held it up.
You could have held it up.
Yep. I've been with High Road a few years, and it's been so fun to be a part of that.
And actually, yesterday on Tuesday, you guys released a brand new Christmas video. Is that right?
We did. Yes. And my roommate was the star of the show, I believe. He would say so himself.
And where can people go to watch that video?
You can find it on YouTube and Facebook under High Road's page. I'm not really just Google it.
Okay.
You can find it.
Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on is because I wanted to talk about a brand new project that you just released as a soloist. It's called Blue Kentucky Christmas. It's 5 songs, 3 originals, and then 2 Christmas classics. Did you always want to record a Christmas project?
I always have, and I've always been pulled away, like doing Christmas shows or being on the road. Actually, if you're going to do a Christmas album, you need to start it in June or July. But in the summertime, you're not thinking about recording Christmas songs. So sometimes, like the past couple of years, it's been October, November. I'm like, I want to do a Christmas album. It's too late because it takes some time planning that. But this year, I was able to do an acoustic Christmas album. It has steel and dobro and guitar. And it's just basically that in my vocals. And I'm so happy with it. We got it done in time and got it out just last week. 2 of my favorite, Silent Night and Oh Holy Night, are on there. And then a funny Christmas song, and then sad, and then another, Christmas, actually what Christmas is about kind of song. Try to get it all in there.
Then talking about funny, a funny Christmas song, you're also pretty well known for one of the funniest songs I think I've ever heard, the Mullet song.
Wait a minute, hang on. I have something right here. I found my mullet wig. I did write a mullet song. Business in the front, party in the back.
Folks, this interview is quickly going off rails here.
All right.
No. You actually have an alter ego that you do on videos and things called Kinsey, right?
Yep, I do. She's here too. I didn't put the teeth in.
Yeah. Well, Kinsey, growing up in Kentucky and now living in Nashville, what does Christmas mean to you? What has it meant to you and your family over the years? But what does it mean to you now?
Well, I mean, of course, when you're little, you know that there's more behind Santa and the gifts. But I mean, to be honest, of course, I was like, Christmas time, I'm getting new things. So I was always excited about that and excited about eating candies and cookies. And I think all of that excitement, though, was also when you're little, you have your family around you, and that's special, but you don't know how to say, I'm thankful for my family when you're that little. But of course now, I mean, I'm a little more mature, and I've realized it's about Jesus, and that is what it really is about. So I think and because of that, it brings all the other special traditions that we do and we've made. But yeah, I try to now I kind of just keep it more simple and think like, try to remember the actual meaning behind it, the truth behind it. And that's, I don't care much about getting gifts now. Of course, it's nice to receive something, and to give a little something to show people you love them. But I try to keep it simple and think like, this is about little baby Jesus. And
yeah.
To me, that's what it's about. I have a little baby tree too. I got one this big. So.
Well, tell me, one thing that I think is really unique, and I was talking a while back with the Christian comedian or the comedian Taylor Mason, and Taylor made a comment. He said, I'm a comedian who happens to be a Christian, and you're a country singer who's a Christian.
And a comedian.
And a comedian.
Okay. Thank you.
How does your faith play a role in your career as a country singer?
Well, I don't really consider myself different or anything from anybody else, but I know when I'm singing these songs in places that aren't church, that I'm able to offer a little bit of hope, or a lot of hope, not a little. And I have that, I just have that in my heart. And I think people have told me that they hear it in the words, and it's helpful to hear in a place that you normally wouldn't hear a Christian song or something with some hope in it, or faith, something about faith. And I think that's been neat to share in places that, I believe there are places Jesus would be walking along and just being himself and not, just sharing the love. And that's something I like to love on people through my songs. And afterwards, it's, haven't been able to do it this year, but it's always been fun to, after you get done, to get to talk to people a little bit. And they sometimes say this certain song, and, like, I love this song, it made me cry, or like they tell me about what's going on in their life. So it's been a good way for people to connect to people, and for them to open up. I don't know if I answered your question. I just started to think about all the places.
No, that's perfect. My wife Adrian and I, we were in Nashville a little over a year ago, and we came in one night to one of the honky tonks to hear you perform, and it's not a church setting, but you're able to offer hope and joy and happiness through what you're doing. And I just think it's incredible that God uses us in different ways. I'm reaching people that a pastor who has a different style of preaching will reach somebody that I'm not going to be able to reach, and you're reaching people that may never grace the door of a church, but you're able to reach them right where they're at. And so I think it's pretty cool.
Well, I'm glad I get to do it.
This year has been tough though, and not really being able to perform because of COVID.
It has.
Has that had a major impact on the city of Nashville? Just not being able to. And
sure
you personally?
Has. Yes, I have personally, and I have a lot of friends that have had to move home, and people just aren't able to pay their rent anymore, or they just need to. I don't know. They just can't. If there's no shows available, or if there's only a couple instead of hundreds, then yeah, it's going to be some hard times for sure. And me personally, yeah, I don't play downtown currently. Where that's when I was in town, that's where I made a lot of income, and we're not playing for big crowds anymore. So there's really no travel. So yeah, it's hard because music is how I make my living. And unfortunately, now when you put out a song, it's pretty much given away for free by streaming. Unless you have millions and millions of streams, you're not going to make that much. So it's kind of a scary time right now in the music industry.
Well, and to that, Kinsey, you spend most of your summer normally overseas, and
yes.
you have a incredible following in the UK, in Scotland, Denmark, France, and you're kind of the queen of country in Norway.
Yeah, I was supposed to be gone for at least 2.5 months this summer, playing a pretty full schedule in 4 different countries. I was supposed to be playing in Japan in October, a country festival. So all of that's been canceled, and that's how I make my living. So and it's fun. So it's been a bummer. But
isn't it? I'd have to imagine that it's incredible to be in those places, and music transcends language barriers. right?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
What is it like to be in a place like Norway or Denmark, and you're playing to these people uh, who may not speak English, but they are singing your songs?
It is. I mean, it's awesome. You know, it'd be like you go into a preaching in a different country where they don't understand, and they're saying every word to your sound. You know, they're saying
Yeah,
"Amen, Amen, preacher."
yeah,
So it's pretty cool. It's just really nice to be doing something that you do and people appreciate it all around the world. It's really neat. I can't really explain it. It just makes me
yeah.
smile.
Well, I want people to be able to get in touch with you if they want to help support. I know that you're doing some uh, Facebook Live kind of concerts where people can go and donate to you to help keep you going. And I would love if you would sing us a song off of your new Christmas album.
Sure.
Would you do that?
Yeah, of course. Do you have
Awesome.
do you have a song request? Oh,
No,
$20.
20.
$20 song request.
Hey, the check's in the mail. Okay. Uh, a Silent Night, I think, would be great.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I believe I sang when I was with High Road. We did a concert at your church. Was it 2 years ago?
It was last year. Last
Oh,
year.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think
And
we.
and here's a little teaser for the folks. And I don't know that you even know this, but High Road is gonna be here next Christmas. It's gonna be a Kinsey Rose and High Road Christmas concert.
Awesome.
So
Of course I knew that. I'm
yeah,
I'm excited.
I didn't know if Sarah had told you. So thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if you're at home, sing along. Get your candle lighters out on your phone. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round your virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory streams from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born.
Wow. Thank you, Kinsey.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
If you want to hear the whole version, you can download it on my album.
And where can people download the album?
You can download it just type in Kinsey Rose. It's titled Blue Kentucky Christmas, but it should pop up. All the Christmas songs will pop up there.
On what?
On iTunes or Spotify. Or
iTunes
I
or
believe
Spotify?
Pandora and Amazon too.
And they can also go and find your most recent country album, which has on it a duet that you did with country music legend Vince Gill,
Yeah.
which is so cool.
He's okay.
Folks, my guest today is Kinsey Rose. I want to encourage you to go to kinseyrose.com, learn about what she's doing in her career as a country artist, where she's going to be performing at, and check out iTunes, Spotify, Blue Kentucky Christmas, Kinsey Rose, and we thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
tonight.
having me. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you. Folks, stay with us and join us next Wednesday night for another exciting episode. The Nealons will be with us next week. And then on December the 23rd, our Christmas special, legendary comedian Mark Lowry will be with us for a very special Christmas Eve program on December the 23rd. But thank you, and join us next week. Special thanks to tonight's guest, Kinsey Rose. Evening Show Live is a media ministry of Bethel Baptist Church in Bentonville, Arkansas. To learn more about Bethel, visit our website, bethelbentonville.com. To watch past episodes of Evening Show Live, visit eveningshowlive.com.